Well, good morning and welcome to Move Early, Move Often. It is Functional Friday. I am Blake Martin. Functional Friday is all about finding the ways that we can move our bodies just to fully express being human. Movement repertoire is associated with cognitive flexibility across the lifespan. You move a lot when you're a baby and more when you're a child, more still when you're a teenager, and then it starts tapering off as we get older. So it's good to explore different forms of movement. One of the things that we're looking at a lot on Functional Fridays is this idea of quadrupedal movement, moving on all fours. It's a kind of movement that's really important before you can walk on 2 feet, but it continues to be important after that. So we're going to look a little bit at quadrupedal movement today, specifically transferring our weight from hands to feet and feet to hands again. So let's get into the space and let's get right at it. We're going to warm up our arms a little bit. I think my camera's pointed too high. We're going to warm up our arms just a little bit, just because we're going to be on our hands and knees. So our arms, let's get our shoulders going forward, and chicken wings. Really get your shoulders up, circle the whole shoulder girdle. Chicken wings backwards. Really getting the whole shoulder girdle involved. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the whole arm. All right. And let's just do some wrist circles here because we're going to be down on our hands and we want to make sure that that's taken care of. Brilliant. Little forward, little back. All right. Okay, so coming right at it. If your quadrupedal position, just on all fours, just join me with this. Lift your knees off the mat or off the ground just a little bit so that you're in this bear crawl position. And just hold that for a second and rock forward, rock back. Rock forward, rock back. Now, what I want you to do, just watch for a second. We're going to go on one hand, and we're just going to scoot our legs forward, and we're going to scoot our legs back. We're going to switch, scoot the legs forward, scoot the legs back. So let's do that together. And scooting forward, and scooting back. Same thing on the other side. Now let's do that again. And again. Okay, now let's go in the other direction. So we're going to go from the side and we're going to walk our legs forward and put our hand on the ground. And walk them back, put our hand on the ground. Let's just do that on one side, all right? Off to the side, scoot your legs forward, both hands on the ground, so we're in a crab position. Now walk your legs back and lift that back hand. Do that again. Again. 4 times, and then we'll do the same thing other side. Going back into crab position. Going back just out to the side in crab position to the back and crab position. All right, nice. So we've kind of done quarter circles. Let's put that all together and we'll go all in one direction. So why don't we start with our legs kind of moving around clockwise and just watch for one motion here. I'm going to walk my hands out to the side and then keep walking my feet out to the side and keep walking them forward. I'm going to switch hands and I'm going to place both hands down. So we're doing a full circle. All right, let's do that all together. So up on all fours, your knees are just up hovering. Walk off to the side. Keep your feet walking forward and place the second hand down. Continue walking in that clockwise direction. Keep the legs walking backwards. Place the hand down. So let's just go all the way around. Just keep going around. And we'll do that 4 times. It's kind of like the 6th step from breakdancing. Not quite. All right. And there we are. All the way around. Let's reverse that, going back in the opposite direction. So up on all fours, lift your knees into bear crawl position. Walk the hands off to the side. Keep walking forward. My hand is kind of rotating on the ground. I place my other hand down. Keep those feet walking around. And again, round 2. Round 3. And round 4. All right, beautiful. All right, so that was all about the feet moving while the hands were more or less stationary. We can also do it the opposite way around, so that the feet are more or less stationary and the hands walk around. It's a little more challenging, but we're going to give that a try as well. So here I am. I'm going to come up into my bear crawl position, and I'm going to walk my hands around to the side. And I'm just going to walk them back to the front. Okay? We'll do that left and right, 4 times each side. We'll see how that goes. Okay? Bear crawl. Walk your hands off to the side and back to the front. To the opposite side and back to the middle. To the first side, and try lifting that hand off this time. Back to the middle. To the side, lift the hand off. Back to the middle. To the side. That's getting, you can start to feel it on your arms a little bit. Off to the side. There. All right. And back to the middle. That was 4. That's my counting. It's crazy. And it might very well be. All right. Now we're going to do the same thing from the back. So we're going to go off to the side. But what we need to do is we need to quickly bring our hand over top so that we can walk to the side. And then when we're walking back, we have to place our hand over top. So we have to do a hand switch. All right? So backwards, up into crab position. Start walking sideways, reach over top, and come to the side. Over top. Let's do that to the other side. I'm just going to switch around so you can see it. Reach over to the side, back over. I'm going to go to the first side. Let's go. And walking to the side, back, to the side, and back, to the side, and back. All right, so now it's all the way around. So we'll start in the front bear crawl position. Our feet are remaining stationary and our hands are tracing the circle around. Just watch for a moment. My knees come up. I walk to the side as far as I can, and then my hand has to come over top. I start walking in the opposite direction. My hand has to come over top, and I keep walking around. All right? So we'll do that together. We're going to try for 3 times full circles because this is kind of a tiring move. 3 full circles in both directions. My kitten is dropping things. So going off to the side, reaching over top again, and coming all the way around. That's one. Go back in the opposite direction. Reach over top. Reach over top when you need to, and come around. And back again. And all the way around. We're on 2 for the first side, second side. Reach over. 3. All right, that was 3 in each direction. It may have taken you a little bit longer, or you might have done it more quickly, and that's fine too. What we're going to try to do next is we're going to try and smooth this out. So we'll do the feet version. So we're just going to try and get the feet version around and do it in as few steps as possible. So walk your feet around and just try to get your feet around as quickly as possible. Back the other way. Very efficiently. And you're just trying to smooth it out. And just do a couple in each direction. Smoothing it out. Same thing now. Let's do the hands. And try to move the hands around as quickly and smoothly as possible. So you don't always have to end up facing the same direction, because there's some kind of natural rotations that happen with our body as we do this move. And now, just pick a couple random ones. Maybe feet into hands and then hands into feet. So if you just watch for a second, I'm just going to start with my feet, and now I'm going to switch to my hands. So that I'm just kind of circling, and sometimes it's my feet that are doing the circling, and sometimes my hands. But I'm just turning. So just kind of randomly choose which is going to circle. So we're doing these nice, smooth transitions, sometimes onto our feet, sometimes onto our hands, and we're moving just smoothly around single point. Nice. Beautiful. Gorgeous. So by taking these small points of movement, we're able to find lots of possibilities for moving around single. Wow, that was super, sounded like I was saying a Zen riddle. But with these simple movements, either having your feet move or your hands move, we're able to do really complex things in the end. And it gives us a lot of opportunities for scrambling. And scrambling is actually a really important part of fall recovery. It's an important part of standing up from if we're down. And so these are truly functional movements. They're movements that matter in life and in just trying to have a full movement repertoire. Let's just take 30 seconds and take our hands, and we're just going to stretch our fingers downwards like this. Extend the wrist, yeah. It's nice. And let's take the fingers palm facing toward your body. Same thing. Nice gentle stretch. Opposite arm. Fingers pointing downward, palm away from you. Fingers pointing downward, palm toward you. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Open your chest. Shoulders way back. Chin lifted just ever so slightly. Breathing. Pulling deeply. Gorgeous. All right. Well, you've moved early, and I hope you remember to move often. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you back for Momentum Monday. Take care.